We have a special guest with us. Most of you probably feed birds. How many people feed birds here? Just about everybody. How many people are feeding birds right now?
The birds are coming to a house.
I'd like to see all those hands go down because of the bird flu and because of the bears and all that sort of thing. The hummers are doing just fine, so I've got hummers. I have some hummer feeders out. You all think that you know everything there is to know about bird feeding. I know, because I'm a bird feeder, and I know that, right? Well, I'm telling you right now, you do not. And so we had to give some expertise in here tonight to tell you exactly what's going on with facts and evidence and not your opinion about what you see out your back window. So we have a scientist with us tonight, and actually I can introduce him as the future Dr. Asher Stanfield. And Asher is in 7th grade at Kalispell Middle School, and Asher won our award, our Audubon Award this year for the Best Natural History Conservation Award for the Science Fair. Went on to the state because we have really good taste, and won the state too. So, Mr. Stanfield is going to give a short presentation to you about what he presented to us to win the big prize. So, Asher, go for it.
Hi, my name is Asher Stanfield. Bummer. Thank you for having me. I am super excited and honored that I get to share what I learned in my science fair project with you guys. So, as I'm sure you guys all know, starting bird feeding can be quite confusing because there are a ton of options, many of which seem really expensive or too cheap to be true. So in this experiment, I have tried my best to kind of figure out which ones work and which ones don't. This first picture is one of a northern flicker. I saw quite a few of them. So to start off with, I did a little bit of research. I found that black rose sunflower seeds, safflower seeds, cracked corn, and suet are all pretty good options. And then I also found out that platform feeders are pretty all-purpose feeders. So as you can see, kind of right there, that's just the corner of one of the bird feeders that I made. I made 3 of those, and then I bought a suet cage. So, as I've said, my main question that I was answering is what type of bird feed works the best, and my hypothesis is that black willow sunflower seeds will be the favorite because according to Bill Thompson III, they're the hamburger of the bird world, most eaten by almost any species. So this is a downy woodpecker. There's another bird I identified quite a few times, and I enjoyed seeing them because you can never really quite tell if they're downy woodpeckers or hairy woodpeckers, and it's a little bit challenging. So to start off with, I bought my bird feed. Then I made my bird feeders, and I hung it up. And for 19 days, I recorded it. Well, except for that one day when it was snowing really hard. And then after that, I took it down and recorded it. So these are all the feeders I made. Right there is just what it looks like all set up. And that's the sunflower seeds, the suet, cracked corn, and the safflower seeds. So I collected my data and I found out that I was wrong. Suet actually was the most eaten in the winter. It was eaten, more suet was eaten in both volume and weight. Black rose sunflower seeds were a very close second in volume, but they are nowhere near as dense, so they were quite a bit less eaten when you measured it by weight. Then safflower seeds were third, quite a bit farther down, and cracked corn really only had one dove visit at one time, so barely any of that was eaten. I also did percent change. So in the percent change, the black rose sunflower seeds actually started with a little bit less than the suet. So as a result, they had a higher percent change, even though they had less eaten. Although the suet was very close second, followed by this safflower seeds, just a third, and the cracked corn. So that's my two graphs. First, you can see the suet. This is cups for volume. You can see they're very close. 2/3 of a cup to like 0.6 of a cup. Then, as you can see, those two are a lot farther down. Then you can see in ounces, the suet started with a lot more, so a lot more eaten. The suet is a lot heavier, so a lot more was eaten. And then black layer sunflower seeds, again, still a lot more than safflower seeds, but not as much. So then that's the percent change. You can see the suet, even though it did have the most eaten, because it started with a little bit more, has slightly smaller percent change. Black layer sunflower seeds, though, were a little bit, even though because they had a little bit less eaten, they still had higher percent change, followed by safflower seeds and cracked corn. Oh, oops. And then I also did a little chart showing what type of bird goes to what, so you can kind of selectively attract. And I found that the chickadees really enjoyed, oh, that's the wrong button, there we go. Chickadees really enjoyed the black layer sunflower seeds and the safflower seeds. The woodpeckers loved the suet. They would camp out there for like 5 minutes at a time, just chomping down. The nuthatches seemed to like black layer sunflower seeds and suet pretty equally. And as I said, that one-lobed dove seemed to enjoy the cracked corn. So, in conclusion, my hypothesis was wrong, although I think the experiment was successful, as I did identify which feed works best. The main flaw in my experiment, however, was that my backyard does not have the greatest biodiversity, and that's where it was conducted. So something I could do to fix that would be if I had a place where multiple habitats converged, then I could get some better biodiversity. Two things I would change if I were to do it again, however, would be I would use more different types of seeds, maybe Niger thistle or peanuts or something like that. And then I would also do it at a different season, because already just this spring I've seen way different types of birds. So it would just be interesting to see. One question I've had was, is it still wise to feed the birds with the avian flu? Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.